bus is moving. Parliament House, built in the 1830s and designed by government architect John Lee Archer. Originally used as a customs house, where imported goods were received and stored. It became Tasmania's Parliament in the 1850s. Looking to our left, we have Prince's Roof, host to many of the city's festivals, including the Taste of Tasmania and Dark Mofo. We are now approaching the popular shopping precinct of Salamanca Place, a great spot for that special Made in Tasmania gift. A warm welcome to those of you who have joined or rejoined us here. Please remember to remain seated at all times whilst the bus is moving. If you look to the right, you will see the row of beautiful sandstone warehouses that make up Salamanca Place, named after the 1812 Battle of Salamanca in Spain. The warehouses were built in the 1840s to store barrels of whale oil, grain and timber. Salamanca Place is now famous for its art galleries, restaurants, bars and a market is held every Saturday, which is Australia's largest outdoor market. To our left, you can see the modern buildings of the University of Tasmania's Institute of Marine and Antarctic Studies. Opened on this site in 2010, the Institute brings together all of the university's marine and Antarctic research, along with 190 staff and 185 students. This site was chosen because it was adjacent to the CSIRO marine laboratories. Coming up on our right is Prince's Park. Perched on the small hill is the original Hobart signal station, established here in the 1830s. For many years, all Hobart's early shipping, government, military and penal messages were received and transmitted from this site using the naval system of signal flags by relay from hilltop to hilltop, mast to mast. Messages would be sent and received from as far away as the Port Arthur Penitentiary on the Tasman Peninsula in as little as 15 minutes on a clear day. We're not sure what they did on a foggy day. Today, Prince's Park is home to a pirate ship playground and beautiful gardens. We are now entering Battery Point, the city's oldest suburb. It is named after a gun battery which was established on the point in 1818 as part of the harbour's defences. Most of the area to the left was originally shipyards, where ships weighing up to 300 tons. These included river steamers, trading ships, and whaling ships all built out of Tasmanian timbers, such as the famous Hobart line. During the 1930s, the land was subdivided and sold at £25 per block, a far cry from today's real estate prices. A warm welcome to those of you who have just joined us. Please remember to remain seated whilst the bus is moving. Most of the beautiful homes in Battery Point were built in the 1830s and 1840s. They were once the homes of ship's captains, rascals, heroes and gentry of influence who worked in the shipyards and wharves. Many famous Tasmanians have been born here, including the swashbuckling Hollywood actor Errol Flynn back in 1909. His childhood escapades around the city are legendary. Today, though, many of these former homes are host to little shops, restaurants and cafes. Battery Point is also home to Narina, an 1830s Georgian mansion restored to its former splendour, which is open to visitors daily. seen on the left above the roofline of the houses. It was built in the 1830s and designed by John Lee Archer and built in the neoclassical style. The famous tower was added 10 years later and was designed by former convict and architect James Blackburn. For many years the church was known as the Mariners' Church, as a fire would be lit in the tower each night to welcome sailors to the port of Hobart. It still contains its original birch box pews, imported from England in the 1830s, and services are still held here on Sundays. As we turn right into St George's Terrace, we have a fantastic panoramic view of the suburbs of Sandy Bay, Hobart, and Lower Sandy Bay. If you like today and think it would be a great place to live, house prices start at $500,000 and run up to $2.5 million. The real estate agents describe it as having a holiday-like atmosphere, and yet it is only a 10-minute walk to the city. Rising 350 metres in height and offering expansive views of southeastern Tasmania, it is home to a fine brasserie and some great bushwalks. We are now heading down into Lower Sandy Bay, said to be one of the city's most exclusive suburbs. On both sides of the road are some magnificent old homes tucked away in the beautiful leafy streets. Looking up on the hillside you'll see the iconic hotel tower of Australia's first legal casino, Rest Point. Opened in 1973, it was built on the site of an earlier hotel called the Rest Point Riviera. The tower is 17 floors in height, 15 of those being accommodation. The top floor of the tower boasts a revolving restaurant and cocktail bar with fantastic panoramic views of the harbour. With numerous bars, restaurants and entertainment venues, West Point is a great place for lunch, dinner, morning or afternoon tea. If you are hopping off today, may Lady Luck be on your side. From West Point, there is a scenic walk following the harbour's edge to beautiful Sandy Bay Beach.